right, so I'm just going to do a sew along on how to create this cup with the scrunchies on the inside, and then how I wrapped it. So we're just going to do like a sew along. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. This is what we're going to create. I'm going to go over the supplies, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the project. So the supplies you're going to need are some Dollar Tree cups. You can get one of these for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So you're going to need a Dollar Tree cups. I'm going to use the Barbie one. Then you're also going to need some rubber bands. Just one, actually. Just one rubber band. You're going to need you some scrap fabric or some, or you can purchase some scrunchies. But you can get some scrap fabric and create you some scrunchies. And so I'm going to finish off what I had started. And then you're also going to need some ribbon. So whatever size ribbon you want to use to, once you complete it, to put on the, create a bow for it. You're also going to need some scissors, sewing machine, and I'm using invisible thread for the sewing machine. On the bobbin and the top thread is invisible. You're also going to need some ribbon. I'm going to use 3-inch ribbon to go on the top up here at the top, because if not, then once you place the, I'll show you once we get to that part. But so we're going to add ribbon to the top up here. You're also going to need loot bags or gift bags, clear gift bags, and this will be the part here. You're going to need some elastic. Let me see, where's my elastic? So you're going to need some elastic here, and you're going to need to cut your elastic between a 9 and 11-inch elastic, depending on the size scrunchie you're going to create. You're going to need some wonder clips. And if there's any, oh, and a safety pin or a bodkin. I'm going to use a safety pin, okay? If there's anything else, then I'll just say that as we go. So yeah, let's get started. And if you're going to, if you don't have any fabric and you want to use something from the Dollar Tree to create your scrunchies, if you want to sew and create your scrunchies, you can get a satin pillowcase from the dollar store, from Dollar Tree. Again, for $1.25. Let's see, I'm going to open this. And what you would do is you would just open it up. If you do use sublimation or do sublimation, then you can definitely sub on this and create you whatever type of design you want to place on it. Okay, so check this out. So when you open up your satin pillowcase from the Dollar Tree, it already has it where it's already folded, right? So since it's already folded like this, what you can do is, this is just so amazing. Since it's already folded, once you open it up, it already has the crease lines in there, right? All you need to do is you will cut at each crease line. So you'll just cut up at the crease line. And just take your time and just cut up the crease line. Just like that. So now, and then at the bottom, since it has that closed opening there, you're just going to cut that part open. So you're just going to trim that part off. Now you have your your strip for your scrunchie, to create your scrunchie, okay? So we're going to move that to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and cut all the rest of them. So you'll be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scrunchies out of this one. Or you can get more than 5 scrunchies. You can get 10 scrunchies if you want to make them smaller scrunchies, right? So it's totally up to you. But you would just cut up till you got them all cut out. You're just gonna keep cutting till you got them all cut out. Just like that. So this would be one, one long one. Like it'll be really, really long, like a real long scrunchie. But you can definitely cut it in half and go from there. So that is how you can create scrunchies from a Dollar Tree satin pillowcase, right? And again, you can create up to 10 scrunchies, or you can create 5 oversized scrunchies. So I'm just going to go ahead and prep this and cut it. Cut it on out. Just like that. So that's another one there. And you will need your iron. You will definitely need your iron to press this out. Okay. I'm just going to continue to cut that. There we go. So that's a total of 5 scrunchies, but if you cut it in half, like if you was to cut this one in half, you will have a total of 10, right? So if you was to cut this one and then cut up, you can create 10 from this one here. All right. So now I'm just going to move this over, but that's going to be another recording. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish the ones that I've already started. Well, I'm going to go ahead and create this one, and then I'll finish the ones that I started. And this will be a Christmas gift for a child here in my community. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fold over. I'm just going to use a clip here just to let me know where I'm going to start and where I'm going to stop. I'm going to just take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to start sewing here. I'm not going to sew this up here. I'm going to start sewing here using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then I'm going to sew all the way down till I get to this clip here, and then I'm going to back stitch, and that's going to leave this opening here for me at the top. Okay. So I just cut my thread. I'm going to get my safety pin. And I'm just going to flip this right sides out. And I'm just going to insert my pin, safety pin, on this folded side here. And then I am going to place the pin on the inside and flip it right sides out. So for each cup, I'm going to put 4 to 5 scrunchies in each cup. And give these out to little ones in my community who are in need of a Christmas gift. But you can also use these, create these if you are a vendor at pop-up shop events. You can definitely create these cups to sell to the customers that come to your pop-up shop, right? So now my next step is just going to fold this over, and I'm going to connect the top piece here. And again, if you make scrunchies, you can definitely fast forward from here so that you can see what I am going to create with these scrunchies. But yeah, I'm gonna just continue to open this up. Place this here, and then I'm gonna sew straight across. Using a straight stitch, I'm just going to sew straight across here. And again, this is just last minute Christmas gifts to give to a child or a family in need. All right, so now I'm just gonna pop it open like that. I'm gonna fold this in. I'm just kind of finger press it. Now that I have it finger pressed, I'm going to get my elastic. And I'm just going to add my safety pin here. And then I'm just going to feed it through. I'm just going to get a pin so that my elastic won't go through. And I'm just going to feed my elastic through until I get to the other end. And I'm going to bring my my safety pin out of that hole. I'm going to grab the other side of the safety pin, just like that. And then I'm just going to tie it in a knot, make a knot. And once I make that knot, I'm going to make sure it's pulled tight enough so where it won't come undone. And then I'm just going to feed the elastic through. Now I'm going to find that hole that's right there. I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to sew straight across to close the hole off. And I'm using a clear thread in the bobbin and the top thread to complete this scrunchie. That way you can't see that top stitch, right? So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna sew all the way across until I close off that hole. All right, now that I have the hole closed off, I'm just going to get my scissors and cut the thread, and then I'm going to finish off the other scrunchies to add to the cup. Okay, so just like that, and then I'm just going to push it out. And so now here is the scrunchie complete. So I'm just going to set this to the side and just work on the other scrunchies. And so I've already made the loop for the rest of these scrunchies. So now I just have to add the elastic and close it off. And I did see, like when I was doing this one, that I left a little hole right there. So I'm going to have to close that hole off on that part as well. Don't forget to get a pin so that your elastic does not go through all the way. And so this one, I believe this one was, I cut the fabric out 6 inches or 5" by the width of the fabric. So this was like a 60, 5 by 60. Or I think on this one, I did add 2 pieces together to make it long. So I just got 2 scrap pieces that I had, and to make it long, I just attached 2 sides together and then made it longer. So you're just going to remove your pin and go from there. So, and we're just going to repeat this step for all of them until I'm complete with putting the scrunchies together. So again, I showed you that I had messed up here. I'm going to go ahead and close that in. So it's going to have a top stitch on here. So now we have 2 created. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. This one I didn't complete it all the way, so I have to put the right sides together and complete this one. And this one is a 2-toned one, which I know I'm going to love. And I just used scrap fabric and put the scrap pieces together to create this. Let's see. I want to turn it right. right. So then you got your two-toned one here. So now we have a total of 3 complete. I'm gonna do, I think 2 more. I'm gonna do 2 more. I think I'll do that color, that one and this one. So again, we're just gonna cut more out. And again, these were already, I already prepped these. It really is good when you do them all in bulk and then go back to them. And I just tie mine in a knot, but you're more than welcome to sew your ends shut, but I just tie mine in a knot. Kind of hard seeing that invisible thread, so make sure y'all, if you use invisible thread, find it and cut it off. All right, so now we have a total of 4, so I'm going to create 1 more. Gonna cut this last piece, and again, it's about 9 or 11 inches. All right, so now I have my, just completed all 4. So I have, I mean 5. So I have all 5 of them complete. They're all different sizes. And then one of them, I use scrap fabric to create just 2-tone color one here. So these will all go into this cup right here. So we're going to do it in this cup. You can also get this cup from the Dollar Tree. They have different designs. But for a girl, I'm just going to use this cup here. So I'm going to just go ahead and line this up. So I'm putting a total of 5 of them in here. You know, and I also had made one of these here a while back. And so I'm going to place this in here, see if it'll fit. So I'm just playing around, see if all of this, if it'll fit in here. And this is a, where you can open up, you can put your pens or pencils in here. And then put this around the book so you always have a pen and pencil highlighter or something for your books. So I'm going to sit this in here, see how that's going to look. Then go ahead and stuff it. Okay, gonna add the 4th one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the Barbie one at the top. And now we are done stuffing the gift portion, right? Now I want to show you how I created this part here to go on top of the bag. So I'm going to show you that now. So you're going to get one of your loot bags from the Dollar Tree. So it comes in a pack of 20. They're called loot bags and they're clear. Then you're going to get you some ribbon. So I'm going to use 3-inch ribbon here. You can use 2-inch, 2.5. And so I got my ribbon already cut out. And the way that I measured it is I got one of the loot bags right here. Got one of the loot bags. And then I'll do it again. Let me move this out of the way. So I got my 3-inch ribbon. I open up the loop bag all the way, just like that. So you stick your hand in here, just stick your hand in the loop bag, spread it out open all the way, just like that. Then you're gonna lay it on top, just to see how long it is, right? So you got how long it is from here to here. So I'm just gonna fold over. And then you're going to place it back on here. And what you want to do is you only want to give it about a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch seam, up to a 1/2 inch seam allowance, okay? So I'm going to fold this over some here. You don't want that much seam allowance because you want it to be able to fit. So you just want to fold over. And that looks about right to me. And I'm going to bring it closer so that you can see my seam allowance. Let me put a clip on here. All right. So, as you can see, I fold over and then I have that seam allowance right here. Here is the seam allowance. You're going to need that because you're going to start here. You're going to back stitch and you're going to sew all the way down to here and then back stitch as well. So now that we have that, we're going to fold this right sides together. So the pretty sides should be facing each other. If you have anything that has, it's not double-sided, you want to make sure the pretty side is facing each other. Fold over. And now we're going to take it to the sewing machine and sew a straight stitch going down here. Make sure the back stitch. Okay, then you're gonna cut, make sure you cut your thread. Now here is where you will heat seal your end, and I don't have a lighter next to me. So here's where you will heat seal your end, and then you will open it up. So I'm just gonna finger press it open. And if you heat seal your ends, this will make sure that it does not fray over time. Okay, so make sure it does not fray. But again, this is just a gift that's being given, so this is fine. But you can definitely, you know, if you decide to sell these bags, then you will need to make sure you heat seal your end. Okay, and so now I'm gonna get my loop bag. Gonna open it up. Then I'm going to place the loop bag or the gift bag on the inside with the right sides touching each other. Okay, you want to make sure that your seam is at the back of the bag. So just find where you think your back is at of the bag. And once you got that lined up where you want it to be, then you're just going to match up your two raw edges. So here is the edge of the ribbon, and then here is the edge of the bag, of the clear bag. And then you're going to add a wonder clip. Then you're just going to stretch it open. So it should be the same size when you stretch it open. And then you're just going to place your wonder clips here. Can you shut that door in the washroom for me, please? And then just gonna line it, continue to line it up, and then place wonder clip. You don't want to do pins because you don't want to put any holes in them, okay? So your wonder clips will be perfect. I know I got some more clips somewhere. Here it is. So you're just going to line up and then place a clip. And you can place as many clips as you need so that it won't shift as you're sewing, right? Totally up to you. All right, so now that I have all of the wonder clips on here, it should look like this. Now we're just going to take it to the sewing machine, and we're going to sew all the way around. So we're going to start sewing back here at the back seam, and we're going to sew all the way around till we get back to the back seam and sew over and make sure the back stitch. So those loop bags are wide enough to where you can take off this part of your sewing machine. And then you'll just place it underneath here. Just like that. And then once you got it placed underneath there, then you just put your presser foot down and just sew all the way around. Make sure the back stitch. And so that your bag doesn't get stuck, I like to put my hand here and then just kind of like guide it through. And make sure you move your wonder clips as you go. I'm back where I first started. I'm just going to sew over and then stitch, back stitch. Cut my thread. So wherever there's thread, just go ahead and cut it off. Now that you have that sewn on top all the way around, all right, now you would just flip this part up. Now that you have it flipped up, you can take it back around to the sewing machine if you want, and then just kind of top stitch that part here, but it is not necessary, so I'm not going to do that. But you definitely can just stitch it going straight across here. Matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and do it. But I'm not going to, definitely not going to do this for all of them. Just going to do it for now. And I'm going to start at the back. And I'm going to sew at the edge. Okay, I'm back to where I first started. I'm going to meet up with it and back stitch. I'm going to cut my thread. So wherever you have thread, just go ahead and cut it off. Right, so now you have your loop bag with the ribbon on top, or your gift bag with the ribbon on top, and then it is sealed all the way around. My next step is to grab the cup that I just put the scrunchies in the bookmark highlighter bag right on here on the inside. And then I'm going to place it just like that on the inside like that, where the Barbie can be seen like that. I'm going to get my rubber band. Okay, let me flip this up. All right, so now I'm just going to get the rubber band. I got this in here highlighted. Now I'm just going to tie it around. Just one time. 2 times is enough. 1 or 2 times. All right, So now that you have that part done here, you can just spread it open however you want it to be spread open, just like that. How cute, right? And then you're going to get your ribbon, whatever ribbon you're going to use. I'm going to use this size ribbon here. And I'm going to cut it to the amount that I want to use. Make sure you heat seal your ends. I just made a little, whatever that is. So under an hour, because I was talking and trying to teach at the same time, sewing and teaching at the same time, but under an hour, you should be able to knock out a gift of 5 scrunchies, and then make it, package it up and make it pretty for someone in need this Christmas, right? So I'm just gonna come here. And I'm just gonna tie it. And you can create a bow if you like. And I'm not really good with bows too much, but I can get it done. I'm going to do that over because that looked really raggedy. I'm going to do that over. Let's see. There we go. So now you have your bow. And you have, now your whole gift is complete, right? You cannot beat that. And now somebody's child that wasn't able to get their child anything for Christmas will now have a gift from me to them to gift to their kids. Okay, so there we go. How cute is that? So that's one down, that's 2 down that I have now. That's 2 down. And now let me create more. Hopefully I can do all of them before something comes up. But here it is here. Join us over at So Cute Beginner Friendly Sewing Group. And yes, I hope y'all have a happy holiday. And we'll chit chat with y'all after the new year. Bye.